A lot of fans of Wakfu have just realized that there's more to the series than just the TV show, because there are in fact comics, manga, video games, and etc. But before I even attempt to tell you guys how to do this, I want you guys to remember that if you want to find some way to pirate it, do it on your own time, because I'm going to tell you the right way to do it. Onkama is an indie studio, and I think that it's worth your time to at least attempt to support it. Anyways, the way that you get into stuff like the mangas and the comics, they're all on stuff like Allscreen, and also their alternative app, which is Cosmos. It's a way to get into all these different Onkama manga and comic series, and some of them even have like their shows and movies on there as well if you want to get into that. Also, if you want to get directly into the stuff, you have to get into the games, and all the games are free. They're MMOs, and they're on the Onkama launcher app, or even the website itself, which you can literally go on at any point. And no, you don't need a PC to do it. You can do this on like your standard laptop. And also, if you want, there's also the mobile version, which is, I think, Dofu Touch. Hopefully I put that on the screen for you guys, but you get the idea. And also, if you want more of Onkama's stuff to be more easily accessible to you, I think that the best thing you could do is actually start talking about it. I know that sounds like weird, but they are most likely trying their best to bring stuff over. But the reason why, for example, the reason why season 4 of Wakfu isn't on Netflix is because Netflix screwed them over and tried underpaying them for their product. If you were to, as a fan, I don't know, post a video talking about how much you like Wakfu, or how much you want like more of their projects to be easily accessible in America, they would probably make more of an effort towards producing it over there in America, because they would actually start to realize that there's profit there, instead of them thinking that it's like a dead market, like how they currently think it is. Even as we speak, they're actively trying their best with what they have. Like we can see their efforts, because like, for example, Welsh and Shadar was released at the Japan Expo because it's being released as an anime. They're currently making mangas because they're realizing that they do have like an Asian fan base, but they don't realize that they have an American fan base, because they're way more vocal about their appreciation for Wakfu as a brand. I don't know. I'm not trying to like virtue signal and say you can't pirate the series. I'm not above pirating. I just think that if you really like Wakfu and you know that it comes from an independent company, then I don't see why you wouldn't want to try supporting it like directly, since most of the money that they're gaining is pretty important to the survivability of Wakfu as a franchise. But yeah, just try your best to go on stuff like Allscreen and Cosmos, like I said earlier, and maybe even try out some of the games, and you will probably be setting yourself up to get way more into the lore, and just in general be just way more engrossed with the series. Anyways, bye!